About Islam, this is so interesting. As I always say, the Prague colored Islam. Islam is being infiltrated in Western countries. Thanks God, Jesus is coming to bring down all this dispensation. Otherwise, this Prague colored Islam should really dominate the world. It's dominating Europe. By the sword, by the force. Islam is nothing more than a killer religion. A killer religion. We have videos in the net which shows women suicide themselves by fire. Don't endure that situation no more. The woman in Islam is nothing more than a disposable object. Men practice crime against the woman and are completely unpunished. They say, we don't have a legislation to force this. Why they don't create? Between us, do I need a legislation to know what is right and what is wrong? I don't need a legislation for this. The word of my God is writing what you want men to do with you, you does with them. Have cases in the net of men throwing acid in the face of their wives. Someone asked them, they said the law does not foresee crime with acid. Then because of this, the man cannot be arrested? Liars. It's because the leaders of Islam, all of them are killers. And they have the interest of the non-existence of this law. Islam is nothing more than a killer religion. What happens there? They educate the children. They robotize the children to become killers. We have a video called a Delegate and UN. A video of a children beheaded a man. A horrible scene, but I put there to provoke, to show if they come against me, we'll have a revenge. I put for this. And that will be distributed inside of the forum. Do you know why I didn't went there? They're on strike. Then, brethren, these horrible sins, if you educate a child in all those subhuman conditions, with those murderers, killers, as have some videos filmed inside of the countries, in the middle of the crowd, which they say, anyone which kills an American will have many blessings of Allah. And they put this in the brain of the population. The result, a plane fell in the Muslim country with 2 Americans in a desert place. When they got there to see the plane, saw was 2 Americans, they killed both because the plane fell there. And where is United Nations? The disgrace of UN only wants to know about oil. UN is a Pacific killer. UN only wants to know about economy. They don't have honor, character, dignity. The organization of United Nations, which Brazil makes part of this garbage, they only wants to know about what will benefit the rich countries. Economy, oil, electricity. UN don't want to know about those which are being killed. They don't do nothing about this. UN is afraid of terrorists. They are afraid of Muslims. The Church of Jesus Christ is not afraid of no one. UN is afraid of those false terrorists, those killers, which all of them will go to hell. Not even one will go to heaven. They are afraid because what they does, they educate the children to become bombers with no frightness to be exploded by that homosexual Mahomet, by the profane Mahomet, by Allah, the satanic God they serve. They educate the children since 4, 5, 6 years and feed them with all this rancor, this hate, against all the world. Americans, the Western, we saw in the net a school of kamikaze, the bombers. Those with destroy themselves and others with bombs. Dozens of people there ready to become bombers in the middle of Western population because they are educated by that school. They are taken from the family when young and created and educated inside of that center of craziness. Then, when they have 17 years, someone asks, "What's your wish?" They say, "My wish is to explode myself and kill many Americans in a Western society." A young with 17, 18 years. To become a killer. This is the wish. Why? Because Islam dominates the country. Other thing, who wants to convert? They kill. Have a case in the net of a man which wants to take out of his idea the identification to belongs to the Islam religion. They don't want to allow this. This is not religion. This is not organized country. An organized country have to respect the citizens' will, since that does not infringe the rights of the others. This is the first rule of the moral and civic. But in Islam, children are educated to become killers. And this Prague, this horrible thing, this antisocial, this killer doctrine of Islam is in Brazil and planted in many places. The headquarters is in downtown, which they show a postal card as a peace and love. Liars. Islam is nothing more than a race which kills. They are ready to kill anyone which says that Mahomet, that homosexual, shameless, is not God, is a false prophet. Then we have the subliminal message, and this case which the children is created, it's educated inside of a school, which have no chance to think different. They are taken to a brainwash. Everything they hear in the morning, Zoom, night, 24 hours a day, is they have to become people which glorify Allah. How? Become a bombers in the Western society. What will we wait of these children? They meditate all what they receive it in those schools. Then, it's not a subliminal question, but a killer army, which United Nations know everybody knows, but UN wants money, but courage and disposition have us.